Okay, so me and Pip are back. We're going to have a little look at a new package that's come out of a film that's had multiple releases already, but this is called the Definitive Collection of Sam Raimi's Army of Darkness. This is an Australasian release, which includes 3 cuts of the film, 2 of them in high def. The original theatrical cut, which has been pretty much available everywhere for quite some time in various editions, such as this one. The director's cut, which has only been available, as far as I'm aware, in France and Germany, with mixed results. Also DVD versions of both of those releases, and a DVD version of the television version, which I don't know too much about, but I assume that it's got some scenes missing and some scenes added. I'm going to have a look at that eventually, but it's only on DVD. I'm not really too fussed on the television version, but the director's cut and high def and a local release is a plus. I was actually looking at getting the French version, which is quite expensive. This was also quite expensive, but it was a local release, and it seemed to have a bit more girth to it, but maybe the packaging's not so nice. We'll have a little look, eh? You can decide for yourself. It's just a standard slipcover, but it has got a gap. I don't know if you can tell, but that's like a gap. You should be able to see there. And then in behind, it's this stylized package there. On the back you've got the classic picture and all the information there. You can read them there. It's 5 discs, 3 DVDs, 2 Blu-rays, and a lot of the pretty much all the special features that we've seen in other releases. Let me read the special features out to you. The Men Behind the Army, which is a documentary hosted by Bruce Campbell, which was not on my original Blu-ray release of this, which I'll be getting rid of. I'll tell you more about that later. Creature concepts, drawing and storyboard. The Making of Army of Darkness featurette. Creating the Deadites. Photo gallery. Alternate ending. Original trailer. Interviews and deleted scenes. Commentary from Bruce Campbell, Sam Raimi and Ivan Raimi, and that's on the director's cut only. This version of Army of Darkness on Blu-ray that I've had for quite a while had the theatrical version in high def. Also had the director's cut in standard definition, but it looked way worse than any standard definition cut I've seen of the film. It was just straight out blurry, and that director's standard definition director's cut had the audio commentary that goes with the director's cut. It had the alternative ending, deleted scenes with commentary, and trailers, and that's it. Comparing the theatrical cut high def in this one and this one, I couldn't actually see any difference. I'm suspecting they're from the same master. But what I'm really impressed with is the director's cut. High definition director's cut in here is actually, in my opinion, superior looking to the theatrical cut. It's a bit crisper, has a slightly better color palette, and so I'm really impressed. And I don't remember there being any difference between the added scenes and the theatrical scenes on my DVD that I used to have of the director's cut, but there certainly isn't any difference in this high definition presentation. It looks smooth. I actually sold my official bootleg director's cut DVD about 2 weeks ago when I ordered this. We'll open it up and have a look. So here we've got disc 1 and disc 2. Disc 1 is the director's cut on DVD. Disc 2 is the director's cut on Blu-ray. Strange that they'd put disc 1 as the DVD, but as you could probably see when I was holding this up, this is in a DVD size case, which I actually would prefer it to be in a Blu-ray size case, but it's fine. I have a few other Blu-rays that are in larger cases, such as Apocalypse Now, sort of stick out in the collection above the regular Blu-ray size. Over here is disc 3, which is the Blu-ray disc of the theatrical version. Disc 4, which is the DVD of the theatrical version, and disc 5, which is a DVD of the television version. For those who don't know much about Army of Darkness, I'm assuming most who clicked on here know about the film. It is the third in the Evil Dead series. The first Evil Dead film, of course, being very micro-budget horror about a cabin in the woods. The second film is a comedy horror, which is has about a 20-minute recap of the first film, reshot, and then takes place over a second night in the cabin in the woods for the remainder of the film. Army of Darkness, of course, is a much higher budgeted film than the two originals, which were both very low budget, and is a fantasy comedy horror, more of a fantasy and a comedy. Has all the tropes of a fantasy film. It's really quite a big left turn for the series, and is a lot of fun. I saw it at the movies, the theatrical version obviously, and then I preferred the director's cut in some ways when I saw it on DVD. I preferred the ending of the director's cut, but I feel that the director's cut runs a little too long. So it's good to have both versions in high def in the one set. The featurettes are entertaining. The commentary, if you've ever heard of any of Bruce Campbell's commentaries, you know that they're good fun, and this one's no different. So this is a really good set full of good content. No upgrade on the high def treatment of the theatrical version. It still is better than the DVD, but not the greatest high def presentation. However, the high def presentation of the director's cut is a pleasant surprise. I think it's the best presentation of Army of Darkness we've seen. I'm pretty sure this is region free. It does say B on the back, but I'd read it's region free. I'll go and check on my Oppo player whether it plays at a region A setting, and I'll put down whether it's region free just here. So here's another alternative for people to pick up the Army of Darkness films in a more complete fashion. Outside of the French and German releases, we now have the Australasian release. Hopefully the price will come down a little bit. It was one of the more expensive releases I've shouted out for. I usually wait to try and get things a lot cheaper, but I couldn't resist getting this and clearing out the old editions of Army of Darkness that I had and having it all in one nice box. A little early Xmas gift to myself. Enjoy.